Yo, what is good, everybody? It's your boy Golden Gold Falls, Golden, what if, whatever you want to call me. And I'm back. I am back from my little Sunday off that I normally do. I'm back with part 2 of What If Deku Was the God of Destruction. And it seems like y'all really enjoyed the previous part. Obviously, there's some people that were saying certain things that don't make sense, and like in terms of like the story, or in terms of what I said during the story. And I feel like if you've been here around long enough, you realize that I do retcon a lot of things to make the story better and more suitable for the situation, because obviously the God of Destruction is completely not in this universe in terms of My Hero Academia. So I try my best to like move things around, do different things to make it cooler in my opinion, or a better story in my opinion. So if you see things that are just blatantly wrong, or there's normally a reason for it. Like 99% of the time there's a reason for it. Unless it's a crucial part of the story and it really messes things up, then it doesn't really matter, in my opinion. I do this for the storytelling, and that's I feel like most of y'all understand that, and most of you guys enjoy the story behind most of these what ifs. So yeah, enough of that. Just wanted to do a quick little spiel about that, but yeah, so the plan is part 2 of this to come out, finale of Video Game Cork. I've been postponing that like crazy, super sorry about that, but finale of Video Game Cork, and then ideally we finish this series up in a couple more parts after that. But yeah, that's about it. That's all the business stuff in terms of that, and the what's coming up ahead. And yeah, let's just get into this what if. I'll stop wasting your time. Sorry about that. Yeah, let's get it. The 1 vs 1 fights begin, and Bakugo goes and charges at Midoriya. "You'll die, you damn corkless loser." Midoriya stands still as Bakugo blasts him. "Told you this would be easy." Bakugo then feels a tap on his shoulder. "You sure about that, Bakugo?" Bakugo throws a punch at Midoriya, but he grabs his arm and throws him over his shoulder. Midoriya lets Bakugo back up, and he backs up as well. Midoriya waves his hand as if he's telling Bakugo to try again. "I won't miss this time." Bakugo charges in, and Midoriya dodges and stands on his shoulder with one leg. Midoriya then begins floating. "Bakugo, why are you so angry all the time?" "This is a fight, not a therapy session." If that's so, and if that's what you want." Midoriya stops standing on it, basically floating above him, and chops him on his neck and throws him toward the class. "Midoriya is the winner." All Might tells him how impressive he is, and that he would love to hear more about how he gained such strength. Of course, All Might. I don't really mind spilling my secrets. The rest of the class goes, and they're all dismissed after the 1 vs 1 spars are finished. Midoriya then heads back to his world and is greeted by Angelina. "Oh, hello, Angelina. What do I have to do today?" "Oh, Azuku. Well, we have to visit planet number 451. "Sounds good, and glad to hear that you're using my first name." They head to a planet, and when they arrive, it seems to be getting completely destroyed. They land to see 2 beings destroying the planet, with the biggest grins on their face. "Angelina, what is this race called here?" "Oh, they're the Jurian race, but those 2 seem to be otherworlders. I've never heard of them. They try and conquer each planet they come across by causing genocide." "Why is this the first I've heard of them?" "Well, Azuku, they seem to be not from this universe." "Oh, so they come from a different universe. That's no good." Midoriya then flies in front of the 2 beings. "You two, who are you?" One of them scoffs, saying that they're the conquerors of all planets, and that if he doesn't want to die, to just buzz off. The other person is speechless and shaking. "Brother, this is the God of Destruction." "Yes, that is correct. You seem to be informed. What's your name?" My name is Apollo. Please don't kill us. Well, Apollo, I won't, depending on your answer. Are you from another universe? No, we aren't. I'll give you one more try, Apollo, and let's tell the truth this time. Apollo begins freaking out and says that he's from Universe 3. See, telling the truth is better. Well, I'll be taking you back now. Before they could say a word, Midoriya seals them both in a sword. Angelina, can we go to Universe 3 to return some unwanted guests? Of course, Izuku. They both head out on a about 40-minute journey to Universe 3. And when they arrive, the Kais of basically that universe greet them. Hello, I would actually like to speak with the God of Destruction of this universe, please. The Kais immediately agree and get the God of Destruction, who is a metal-looking man. The metal man greets them and asks what their business is. I'm sorry to intrude, but I will make this fast. Midoriya breaks the sword, and two people come out of it. These two are from your universe, and they came, well, to cause trouble in mine, so I brought them back. Apollo begins begging, saying that Midoriya said you wouldn't kill us. Of course, Apollo, but I cannot speak for your God of Destruction and his punishment. The metal man thanks them and apologizes for the inconvenience. No worries, it's a win-win. I make my universe better, and you make yours as well, by punishing these supposed world conquerors. Midoriya and Angelina then leave, and they head back to, well, their world. Izuku, I have a question for you. Go ahead. Why not just destroy them? Makes this process a lot easier. Well, ideally yes, but I want to make this universe better, and I feel destruction on sight is not a good representation of such, no matter the circumstance. Angelina smiles at the response. Why are you smiling, Angelina? Just glad to hear that, Izuku. They arrive at their world, and Midoriya gets ready for the next day of UA. When he arrives at UA, he's called to the office with Aizawa, Nezu, and All Might. Hello, why did you need me?
All Might would like to speak with you. Yes, young Midoriya, I would like to give you...
Midoriya cuts him off. No need. You should give your power to another hero who aligns with your ideals. All Might looks in complete shock at the fact that Midoriya knew exactly what he was going to say. Aizawa and Nezu nod at each other.
Kid, do you mind if we tell him who you are?
Not at all, actually. I actually planned on doing so anyways.
Wait, who are you then, young Midoriya? Are you even Midoriya at all?
Well, I am Midoriya, but I am this universe's God of Destruction. Nezu chimes in, saying that all the supposed urban legends and such are true, and that Midoriya is the God of Destruction. All Might becomes visibly scared because of what he knows about the God of Destruction from folktale and all that urban legend stuff, but Midoriya reassures him that he is here to evaluate his home world, and ideally he doesn't want to destroy it. All Might becomes somewhat relieved, then thinks about the class and what Bakugo was calling him. I know what you're thinking, All Might, but keep doing what you feel is best, and if that means telling the class that the quirk list is not to be discriminated against, or letting them learn their lesson on their own, I am fine with either. Aizawa then tells him that the class is starting soon, so he should head over. He agrees and heads to class. When he arrives, everyone stares at him, but just as normal, he just smiles and keeps walking. Bakugo stands up and explodes on Midoriya's desk.
What's your quirk, you damn nerd? And don't lie.
I don't have a quirk, Bakugo.
We all know you do. Don't lie to me, you damn nerd.
Midoriya just shakes his head. Bakugo grabs Midoriya's collar, but then is grabbed by scarves from behind.
Enough, Bakugo. Sit down.
In Aizawa's head, he begins thinking that this kid has no clue what he's getting himself into. Bakugo does so though, but is just pissed.
Okay, listen up, problem children. we'll be going to the USJ today. Everyone head to the buses.
Everyone heads out, and on the bus, everyone begins to talk about who they think is the strongest. And some people say Midoriya, but few other people still refusing to believe that a quirkless person could be so strong. Until, well, Midoriya actually chimes in. Well, in my opinion, the strongest is Todoroki. He basically has 2 quirks, even if he doesn't necessarily use his fire side. Or maybe even Yaoyorozu. Her quirk's utility is very impressive. Everyone looks in shock at Midoriya, and he just smiles. Well, it can't be me, right? I am quirkless. The bus then stops, and Aizawa tells the class that they are here. They head into the USJ and are greeted by Pro Hero 13. She explains what they will be doing, but then Midoriya senses something and walks over to Aizawa. Aizawa, that area over there, there's a lot of life force over there. Is there a reason for that? Aizawa looks at Midoriya in shock, and only a couple seconds later, a portal opens and villains begin to pour out.
13, protect the students.
Aizawa jumps into action and begins to fight. 13 tries to gather all the students, but Midoriya just goes flying down the staircase.
Kurogiri, it looks like All Might isn't even here.
Hello, young master. I'm sure he will arrive soon.
Aizawa fights off the villains, but Midoriya approaches and his presence alone crumbles the small fry villains.
Midoriya, you don't need to.
Midoriya cuts off Aizawa and tells him that this is business now. Aizawa nods and watches as Midoriya floats towards Shigaraki. Now who are you people attacking a school?
Oh, some kid with a floating quirk. How cute. That you want to die that badly.
Shigaraki turns to Kurogiri and tells him to bring out the Nomu.
Now kid, you die for interrupting us. And all I wanted was All Might.
The Nomu charges at Midoriya and punches him in the face. The smoke is seen everywhere, but when it clears, Midoriya is standing unfazed. Now let me ask you one more time. Who are you really? Shigaraki looks in shock at this kid who just took a punch from the Nomu and is standing as if nothing happened. A purple aura begins to expand from him and the Nomu's hand disappears as it jumps back and regenerates. But Midoriya, now pissed off, asks them one more time who they are, and his aura begins to crack the ground around him. I'll give you 5 seconds to respond. Midoriya begins counting down, and Shigaraki looks at Kurogiri as if he's trying to figure something out, figure out a way out of this somehow.
I'm Tomura Shigaraki. I'm All For One's successor, and I've come to kill All Might.
Seems like this world is a bit more corrupt than I initially thought. But every world has its villains, but villains that know they are bad people? That they know they are bad people? That's a new one for me. You don't even necessarily think what you're doing is right. Shigaraki looks at Midoriya and he disappears. Midoriya is then in front of the Nomu. Starting with this so-called life form. Hakai. The Nomu disappears in a burst of purple mist, and Midoriya walks toward Kurogiri and Shigaraki. Go ahead, scurry away, but tell All For One that he may want to reconsider his line of work, because I may have to visit him soon. Kurogiri teleports them away, and before anyone could even run to get help, Midoriya had the issue handled. Aizawa walked up to him.
Thanks, Midoriya, but I'm sorry that you have to see society in this light.
It's okay, Aizawa. You heroes seem to be, well, the saving grace of this world, for say. You should be proud. They walk up the stairs and the class is in complete awe at what they just saw. It seemed as if Midoriya just obliterated real villains without even dropping a sweat. Aizawa tells the class to go back on the bus, and everyone listens and they head back to UA. Aizawa talks to the class, saying that knowing Nezu, they will be getting a couple days off because of this incident, and he tells them to go back to the dorms and think about what occurred today as reality. They all leave, but Aizawa asks Midoriya to stay.
I know I don't have the right to ask this, but have you done stuff like that to other people or things?
Yes, I have, Aizawa. And it's okay, I don't mind you asking things like these. Aizawa nods and thanks him for the help. Again, Aizawa, it was business at that point. Those villains are not good for society, and their goal was to come and kill All Might, a saving grace for this world. Action had to be taken. Also, Aizawa, to let you know, I haven't just destroyed things or people. I am the god of destruction after all. Midoriya leaves, and Aizawa's eyes grow wide as if Midoriya just told him indirectly that if he deemed proper that he could destroy a planet. They all are then given 2 days off, but when they arrive back at school, Aizawa tells them that the UA Sports Festival will be today, and they all are sent out except for Midoriya. Aizawa, I think we both know I shouldn't participate in this.
Agreed, kid. So, feel free to watch or do other business. I will say you are dealing with something in terms of the USJ incident if the class asks.
Thank you, Aizawa. I will see you tomorrow. Midoriya heads out, and Angelina appears in front of him. So, these people on Earth seem to be known as the League of Villains, one of the major groups in Japan. Do you know where I can find All for One? Yes, actually. May I guide you? Sounds good to me. Let's pay the local #1 villain a visit. And that is a wrap for part 2 of What If Deku Was the God of Destruction. If you enjoyed this part, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Also comment down below any suggestions for future What If, stuff like that. I've been actually trying to get more custom art done, and I have someone that does custom art that I found and is pretty decent at it, and actually made the custom art that you see right here. So if I see a suggestion down below, if that means Demon Slayer, if that means My Hero, whatever, I'm gonna try now to get custom art done for it. But that's about it. That's all I really wanted to say. Like I said, if you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. And I will see y'all, tomorrow for hopefully the finale of Video Game Quirk Deku. But we'll see. And yeah, that's about it. And I hope all y'all have an amazing day. Later.